Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could also be a current relationship. However, the communication is just not there. For others of you, this could be a situationship or someone that you've met, and you know there's a whole lot of energy there, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Beautiful. We have here Sagittarius love. Okay. Followed by a spiritual connection. So this is a spiritual connection. For some of you, this is an actual past life connection. We have here some complicated cards, things that are making this connection a bit, I guess the word would be complex. It's not easy. For me, I see these cards as being sometimes dark and dreary, similar to how we see dark and dreary clouds. Here, first card's the strongest. We have crisis, followed by death and rebirth, selfhood, betrayal, justice, wild woman, mothering, love. After that, we have mystery. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have cycles. 1, 2, 3 cards that are a little challenging. Being very overwhelmed, feeling that sense of betrayal, and somebody here cheating on someone, not being so truthful. Doesn't have to be cheating, but somebody here lied about something and they got caught. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Sagittarius, the feelings that I have right now, they are overwhelming. I can't think straight. Everything that has happened, everything that I have experienced in this connection, it has me very overwhelmed. I am out of my element. I do not know which way to go. I am wanting to travel in all directions because I do not have a direction. I need time to sort things out, time to sort out my emotions so I can make sense of it all. There's mental anguish, frustration, and impatience that runs deep inside. A part of me knows that in order to move forward, I have to put the past behind me. I can't change the past. I never can. I would never be able to. But I do want to make things right. I want to put to sleep and put to rest all that happened before and start with something brand new. What I'm feeling is to put to sleep the pain, the suffering, the sorrow, the rocky road that used to be, and pave a new road where everything runs just smoothly. I also feel that in this connection, there is a sense of independence that I see coming from you. Yes, before you were independent, but I see things differently now. I see that you have changed. You are no longer that person who was once naive. The innocence you had, I changed all that. And because of the actions that I took, you have reacted to my actions. That's understandable. Anybody would have done that in your place. And so you seem to be more defensive now. Once bitten, twice as shy. You seem to be more guarded. Things were different before. And now I'm finally starting to see things differently. I do know that in this connection, I have betrayed you. Betrayed that faith, that trust, the belief that you had in me. You gave yourself to me, and I broke that. I broke you. I broke your heart, and I've caused you hurt and pain, and I feel it now. I realize that that is what I have done. This is why I feel so overwhelmed, and I also want to restart this connection. You thought you knew me. You thought you could predict me, and it turns out you never really knew me at all. I did things and I said things in a way that were just not true. I wasn't as faithful as I should have been. I want to make things right, because in this connection, everything that ever happened, I've always been taking, and you have just been giving and giving. It's time to have an equal balance, an equal give and take, because everything that happened before, I can't repeat that anymore. Things definitely need to change. I understand that when we connected in the past, you had a lot of faith in me. We shared commonalities, we shared stories. I was vulnerable, but then something changed. A part of me changed into someone that you just don't recognize, you never knew. And in this connection, there has been deceit, deception, suspicion, lies. Saying a few words, expressing oneself, but taking out words and sentences, not telling the full truth. What you don't know won't hurt you, or will it? It seems like it did. I have been sneaky. I have tried to do things behind the scenes, and it is wrong. I know it's wrong. And I realize now, how could I have done something like this to someone who has been so beautiful to me? Someone who gives me unconditional love, shelter, protection. Every single thing that is of the nurturing nature. You have provided me all of that. It's almost as if you have fed my soul. And I realize now that I have betrayed somebody that I actually love. And I'm overwhelmed. My mind, I can't think straight anymore. You wonder why I can't reach out. My mind is a mess. That's why I can't reach out. I can't really think straight. My thoughts are jumbled up. Do I love you? Absolutely yes. This love I feel now is sacred. It's true. It's pure. It's clean. And it is absolutely unconditional. This is the type of love where inside, deep down, I will love you forever. Even though there has been hardships, and even though I have broken you and hurt you and destroyed everything you believed in. I don't really know why I did what I did, and I was impulsive and I shouldn't have done that. Now that I've lost you, now that I know that I've done this, I actually see how beautiful you really are. I was stupid. I was careless. I was reckless. And I question the heavens now. Why is it that you are in my life? Why now? Are we meant to be together? Why not before? Why not long ago? Why not far into the future? Are we meant to be together? These questions I have, it's because sometimes when you're not there, I can feel your presence. When you're not there, I can smell your scent. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. I'm attached to you. Spiritually and emotionally, I realize this now. I do know that the things that I have said and done, I cannot turn back time. But even if you decide to move on, I know that deep down inside of my heart, I do love you. And I feel that we are spiritually connected. Because we are. It's as if you are familiar to me in some way, and I have come to this realization. I've had this spiritual awakening. I never thought of it like that before, but now I see it. And sometimes I wonder, do you feel it? Overall, so much has happened between the both of us. Our discussions, our talks, our arguments, the issues that we've been facing, the concerns, the behavior that we've displayed. Everything goes on in my mind in a cycle. Comes and goes, comes and goes. I am obsessing over you, Sagittarius. I don't know what's going to take for me to stop thinking about you in this way, but all I can say is for now, you are constantly on my mind. And I want to have that second chance with you, but I really don't know how to connect, how to reach out, because I feel intimidated by you now. Because of the fact that you are more self-reliant, self-sufficient, independent. You don't really need anybody. You don't need me. Perhaps you never did. I just don't know what to do now. Do I want you? Yes, I do. Do I know how to approach you? Absolutely not. All right. Sagittarius. It's hurtful. I see you put a lot of time, energy, and effort into this connection. This person knew it. They saw it. This person did not value you. They took you for granted. Alrighty, let's have a look. Let's brighten up a little, hopefully. Let's see. Now, here I have the Lover's Path Tarot. And this is a deck that I like to read. I go a little bit into the history of the both of you, the past, in this lifetime. What happened in the first place that caused the problem? So things may have been great. They were going well, but then something happened. And you're wondering, What did you do wrong? You may be wondering, maybe it was you. That's what you might be thinking. Sometimes it is not. So here I'll be looking at any concerns, any issues, any problems, hindrances, obstacles that were holding this person back. Something that may have happened in the past. But they never really told you about it. Okay. Whew. 7 of Staffs and fertility. I read this in the reverse and I go a little bit back in time to see what happened in the first place. This is for those of you that never received any closure. You may have never received an explanation. This person may have abandoned you. They may have ghosted you. They may have faded over time. And you're wondering, wow, we were so close, but then what happened? Where did it all go wrong? Let's have a look. We have here the 7 of Staffs. So I'm going to read the whole thing because it's very informative. This talks about somebody at that point in time, your person of interest, who was quite defensive, combative, and there was a lot of struggle. They felt a sense of instability, and they were overwhelmed. They were feeling overwhelmed. They had become their own worst enemy, and they were creating problems to distract from what was really going on. Success was possible, but only after dealing with difficult people or a difficult situation that opposed their intentions. Dealing with difficult people or situation. So this person's circumstances were actually holding them back. People in their life may have been causing problems. So external problems, right? External influences. We have here also, success is possible, but only after dealing with difficult people or situations that oppose your intentions. Be careful not to let their mess become yours. Your person of interest at some point in time may have taken on burdens that they should not have. They did not have that type of attitude of, it's their problem, let them deal with it. This person may have gone out of their way to try to help in a certain situation. Now, this wouldn't be just for any random stranger. Of course, this is for people who are friends, family members, people that this person cares about as well. So they dedicated themselves a lot, and it actually may have been detrimental to this particular connection. It may have caused some type of friction between the both of you, wherever they were going or whatever they were doing. It may have had a negative impact on you, either directly or indirectly. It's that sense of obligation, Sagittarius. That's what I'm seeing here. We also have here fertility. Now, fertility here talks about deprivation or sterility, feeling the lack of materialistic resources, limitations that exist but that overwhelm. So here it talks about a new marriage or a special relationship is what this could have been. Practical action needed to be made in order to manifest as a physical product. For example, having children, artistic endeavors, or even creating wealth. It talks about pregnancy. But here we're talking about the opposite now, the reverse. Deprivation or sterility, not feeling good enough. Feeling that they were not rich enough, materialistic resources, and limitations that overwhelm. So they were not feeling that they had what it took to be in a connection with you financially. Although the abundance card didn't pop up. Sterility also talks about not feeling good enough to have kids, to have some growth or prosperity in the home. Doesn't have to be kids. Not being able to afford a pet, plants, a home. Not feeling good enough. Why? Because this person felt that they were really overwhelmed. Other people have been causing problems in this person's life, it seems, or other issues that they have to deal with, that they feel that they're obligated to handle, circumstances that they may be stuck in. And because of that, the ultimate card, I think, for settling down is this card, fertility. It's beautiful, it's abundance. This is, I believe, the Empress it's supposed to be. The problem here is that fate and that destiny does exist. But this person didn't want that. They chose a different fate and destiny, different path. They're having problems thinking about the future, about abundance, long-term, family planning, things like that. Why? Because they felt that they were not settled. They were not good enough. They were not financially stable enough. So part of them wanted this connection to move forward, but another part of them knew that even if they did, it might not work out because they didn't feel that they were good enough. And now I know that we think that's not up to them to decide. Why were they deciding that? I think they're great. I understand that. But this person feels that it is up to them. It's up to this person to decide, am I worthy or not? And I can tell you, cross-watcher, it's very difficult for people to know what their worth is. You need to have the right type of people to even establish that for another individual. Let's have a look. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. So here I'd like to have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. Let's have a look. We have here the World card. Interesting. Followed by the Devil. After that, we have here the Four of Pentacles. We have the Hermit, Seven of Wands. Once again, yeah, there's a lot of interference here. Even if this person tries, their beliefs. Yep, we got belief-related issues here. We got a lot of traditions, customs, rituals, morals, ethics, values that this person has. But other things, quote, are getting in the way. Okay? It's not bad, Sagittarius. We do have two cards that are a little challenging here. The Four of Pentacles as well as the Seven of Wands. So first card's the strongest. We have here the World. First of all, your person of interest here thinks the world of you. You are the world to them. You do mean the world to them. They do love you. They do. They definitely love you here. We have that. I mean, we established that right in the first set of cards. Now, what we do have here is with the World card, there are certain commonalities that exist between the both of you, but sometimes it can be that you are worlds apart. Sometimes your thoughts, your ideas, your ambitions, your dreams, they're so different from this person's. You are not on the same page. Also, this card talks about how the both of you are far apart, but there is a desire to be together. Physically, you may be far apart. Emotionally, you may be far apart. There's a desire to close that gap. We also have here the Devil. This talks a lot about physical attraction towards you, sexual addiction even, but also a toxic kind of connection where it's like they can't live with you, they can't live without you. Can't live with you, can't live without you. It's a back and forth. And it is a connection that needs to be reevaluated. And it needs to be established. What do you guys want to be in this connection? Do you want to be together? Do you want to just be friends, a confidant, or just cut it all together? What do you want? Your person of interest here does have fear of losing you, but then when they're close to you, it's sometimes too hot. There's that song, I don't know, long time ago from the 90s, I think. There's some words in that song. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold, right? And that's exactly what the situation is right now, that they feel these extremes when they're with you or when they think of you. We also have here the Four of Pentacles. Now, I have seen this card being very much closely related to beliefs. And with the beliefs, for me, this shows me that your person of interest does have a certain set of beliefs. They do feel that in this connection, they have a certain set of standards. Certain things should happen in a certain way, and they're holding on to what they believe in. They're also holding on to the memory and the feeling of having you in their life, but they're also being quite stubborn. This also talks about ego. Sometimes there's a lot of ego, not wanting to budge, not wanting to change. Now, what's the good thing? Right after that, we have the Hermit. even though there are these feelings that they know they have to change. The only time it is going to change is when they have turned into this Hermit. And this is an excellent card to have in a reading, because this shows that yes, now there is going to be change. The change is not going to happen anytime soon. The Hermit card does talk about forcing oneself into isolation, into contemplation, thinking about why they do the things that they do. How can I do things better? How can I be better? Why did I act like this with Sag? Why did I break their heart? What was the reason? What were the circumstances? This is what your person of interest is feeling. And they are reevaluating who they are, what they do. Because imagine this, if they did this with you, they might just do this with someone else. They don't want that. You can't have a happy relationship like that. So they are really judging themselves and trying to evaluate how to fix things, you know. This person inside themselves, they want to fix themselves. And it is not going to be easy because there's a lot of self-reflection. This person will be the Hermit for a while. They may not talk to you. They might not talk to a lot of people. This is why you have the Crisis card right in the beginning. There's so much of this crisis going on that the person can't think straight. And so they need that time. Take all that and just whoosh, put it through the funnel. All right, let's focus. That's what they want to do. Here we have Seven of Wands. Again, same thing. A lot of that feeling of defensiveness, combative. What I'm seeing here is that there's a lot of external things that this person has to deal with. And they know that they are able to conquer this and able to defeat this, whatever it is that's holding them back. But they have to take their time. They need to be strategic about this. There are certain things that they can do, certain things that they need to let go of, and certain things they need to adapt to. The overall arching theme, the Two of Cups. Beautiful card. Here it talks a lot about commitment. Your person of interest wants to say sorry. They feel that this is a spiritual soulmate connection. This card does talk about soulmates, but you could be twin flames, karmic partner, maybe even more. Your person of interest here wants to say sorry. They want a sense of forgiveness, but the reason behind it is to have unity. Is to have friendship that may lead to love, a love affair. But this is genuine, Sagittarius. That's what's beautiful about this card. It's absolutely genuine. The feeling of these two people, it's very fresh, very new, very youthful. You could be in your 70s and you could still feel like you're in your early 20s. Get those butterflies and all that. It happens. That's the way humans are. So it doesn't matter what the age is here. I do see that the type of connection you're having with this person is very youthful, very vibrant, very new, and also a little scary. This person does get quite nervous. And because of that nervousness, they may be a little hesitant. They may not be so bold. All right, let's have a look at what the angels have to say. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Right. We have your Don't Stop. A year from now, so you have a timeline. Some of you may be rolling your eyes, totally understandable. I get it. Ooh, these things happen, but it takes sometimes months or years to change. And sometimes it is meant to be, and sometimes it is not. Why? Because you deserve better. All right. Interesting. Sagittarius. All right. You have here a situation where first card's the strongest. Don't stop. So some of you have been very much discouraged for what has happened and you just kind of want to give up on it. Totally understandable. My God, not only did you have the betrayal card, but you also have the wild woman card. And those two are extremely intense when it comes to the trust that was broken. Okay, so I understand where you're coming from. But the angels see beyond that. They see the past, present, and the future, and they do tell you that, no, it's important for you not to stop loving. Don't stop loving. Keep that positive energy flowing. The more positive you are, the more positive things will be attracted to you. Here, how long this might take. We have a timeline, actually. A year from now. Anything that is to happen, anything that is to change, it could take from now until the next few months to maybe a year. Whatever happens, these are really good cards. Success and have big happy changes. Whatever happens, there's going to be success. It's going to be a successful situation that you find yourself in. Nothing lasts forever. Sadness nor happiness. But whatever it is, you do have a beautiful card here with beautiful meaning. Success. However, you will have to wait for it. Okay? We also have here big happy changes. So there's going to be changes. They're going to be big and you're going to be happy about it. This is beautiful because this does talk about how in this in this situation, there are certain things that have happened that have really brought you down. And it's almost like there's no end in sight, right? You just don't see that light at the end of the tunnel, but it's there. It's almost as if it's on a galactic level where things change and they move very slowly. Our everyday lives, we have everything down to the millisecond, right? Things will happen, but they will happen at, but very slowly, snail's pace. They are suggesting and they are encouraging you to trust in the divine. This is the Christ consciousness, who we call Jesus. Trust in Jesus, trust in the holy white light of God, just the creator, the source, if you feel that there is a plan. There's a divine plan written for you, specifically for you in your book of life. It will come true. What is meant for you will come. But it is something that you deserve. If you deserve better, then it will be someone different. Here, we have reconsider. From now until the next year, certain things are going to happen. You may even meet some people. You may get some ideas from some people. You may learn something new about this person or about this connection. Whatever happens, Sagittarius, I do see here you making a decision by reconsidering what it is that you're going to say and do. We also have here forgiveness, the overall arching theme. Now in the Holy Bible, our sweet Jesus teaches us about forgiveness and compassion, two things I often preach. Forgiveness and compassion. It is very difficult. Granted, there are certain things that you just can't forgive, okay? And if it's that bad, you shouldn't even be giving two thoughts about this person and even visiting these type of places to know more about them, okay? You need to move on because you deserve better. But if you do want to move on, forgiveness in this particular case with this person is important. Now, this is not you. This is your person of interest. Remember, you had the Two of Cups. They want to say sorry. They want to apologize. It's up to you. Are you done with this person? Can you handle any more betrayal? How many chances have you given this person? Right? So you need to think about this logically. One chance, second, third. How many chances? How much is enough? How much is too much? How much is too less? You can forgive. Do not forget. But forgiving, the easiest way to do it is by having compassion. And compassion comes from understanding that, you know what, this person, they just don't know any better. They come from a place of, whatever their history is, their own experiences. And so that's what they turned out to be. They do certain things in a certain way because that is who they are. They just can't change. I know it's hard, but if you could have that compassion, it'll be easier for you. It's like walking around with a negative energy bubble orbiting around your head constantly throughout your lifetime. You don't want that. Forgive this person, have that compassion to forgive, and pop. That bubble's gone, that grudge is gone, and you don't feel as heavy anymore. It feels lighter. We have a lot of negative energies around us. We don't want one more. No. See what you can do. If you want, sure. If you don't want, then it's best just to move on from this person. Sagittarius, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do like to read the comments, and I do read as much as I can, and I try to reply as much as I can. The comments that you guys write, sometimes I do use that information as it's motivational for me to create content on my other channel. And my other channel on YouTube is absolutely free. It's called Asnointia Audio. There you will find relationship-related advice videos, videos on past life and spiritual connections. What and who are these things? I also have one on negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove such things from your life. So in this case, in this particular reading, I see one of them is quite important, and it's the most recently uploaded one. The topic I have is letting go and moving on. Some of you might want to do that. Others of you, you may not want to, but it's still nice to know. They're mostly audio. I just have images there just to keep people entertained, but you can go about your business, whatever you're doing throughout the day. Just listen to what it is that I have to say, and they are literally brought to you by real life examples. You guys know that I can see and feel people's emotions. So that's what I explain to you. So my perspective is a little different than the typical relationship related videos you may find on the internet. Also, some of you may be interested in love readings. Yes, I do love readings. Right now, the one I have available, it is a PDF plus an audio. So you get both and you get a whole lot of information there. Try to give you the best clarity possible. Also, some of you may be interested in a past life reading. If you are unable to let go of this person, if you feel that there's an obsession that you have, literally, it might be unhealthy, and you feel that there's this feeling of familiarity, let's say you've known this person from before and you feel absolutely comfortable with them, but it also hurts when you're separated. If that's the case, and I'm talking about the extremes, okay? On like a 1 to 10, this is like a 12, okay? It's that type of feeling. It's a little too much. It's double the love, double the pain. Like I said on my other channel, I do have some videos that'll explain that to you. Past life and spiritual connections. That's one of the videos I have there. I also have one, sensually intense spiritual connections. That's another video you can have a look at. And of course, like I said on my website, www.asnointia.com. You can go to the rates and packages section. The link is also below here. You'll see. Have a look at the past life package that I have. And please keep in mind, not all of them are past lives. Roughly, I would say 4% of the readings I do are situated in a different time and even place. So it could be the future. It could be maybe not even planet Earth, as weird as that sounds. Those are what I call anomalies, but it does happen, just to give you a heads up. And I also have everything written down, the descriptions, guys, on my website. Please do read through it so you know exactly what to expect. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have any negative energies, if you feel like there's any negative energies, I also have packages on helping you get rid of that. One is called the Chakra Checkup package. That's with a complete reading. And I also have the self-help guides. I do have the ability of channeling and having a look in your home, around your aura, inside of your body, remotely, to have a look specifically at the negative energies. How many you have, what type you have. I teach you how to get rid of them. And then you're good to go. Then there's more harmony, more peace, more positivity. Everything that's owed to you karmically will come to you. Everything that's written in your book of life will come to you. And it's important to be able to manifest things into your life, but you can't manifest it if there are negative energies. that also gets rid of witchcraft, voodoo, hexes, curses, evil eye, anything that you feel haunted, sleep paralysis, weird stuff like that. So have a look, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love your guys' support. Thank you so much for being so patient. I mean, wow. I'm patient because I'm getting pretty frustrated with certain things that have been changing on this platform that I'm using. And even though I do the readings like 2 weeks before, I just can't, I can't say a bad word here, but I can't upload it because certain things are popping up in, I guess, like behind the scenes administration on the platform, and then things have to change. So I'm so sorry that things have been a bit delayed. But I hope, fingers crossed, I get used to this new system. I can upload it on time so that you guys can at least be prepared, be ready, to understand what this person's feeling during that time period. All right, guys, you all take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys again. Bye now.